ES Audio.
Hello, I'm Mark Blunden, and this is the Evening Standards Tech and Science Daily. Coming up, is this the end of smashed iPhones? But first, a new species of dinosaur has been named following a lockdown research project focusing on an Isle of Wight skeleton first excavated in the 1990s. Belonging to a group of plant-eating dinosaurs known as ankylosaurs, its remains were found in the island's Wessex Formation, a fossil site from 145 million years ago.
This is a four-limbed plant-eating dinosaur. It's quite low. It's probably going to go up to about your chest in height, and it's about 4.5 meters long, and it would have had a big barrel-shaped body, which would have been covered in spikes and plates.
That's Stuart Pond, a scientific associate at the Natural History Museum's Department of Earth Sciences, who explains what the skeleton looks like.
These bones are mineralised. All the holes in the bones are full of calcite or iron pyrite and other iron materials, so iron-based minerals. So they're actually pretty heavy to handle. They would have been lighter in real life, and also they're dark-coloured, a lot of them. Black because they were fossilised with a lot of organic material.
And here's why the Isle of Wight is a dinosaur hotspot.
The unique thing about the Isle of Wight, as opposed to the rest of the Jurassic Coast, is that these are terrestrial sediments. So they weren't in from the sea. They were deposited by this meandering river system over a long period of time.
The species has been named Vectipulta barretti after Professor Paul Barrett, who's worked at the Natural History Museum in London for 2 decades. Names and company details involving dozens of victims of a major global hack have been published on the dark web by a group of hackers. The gang, called Clop, have been holding stolen data to ransom. Details of 26 institutions from the US, Germany, Belgium, Switzerland and Canada, including banks and universities, are among those whose info has been uploaded to put the squeeze on. Victims of the hack, which targeted move-it transfer software, include oil giant Shell and payroll services provider Zelis. Now, there's always a worry with a new smartphone about dropping it before you can buy a protective case, but your worries could be solved, perhaps, by a new Apple patent. The company's been awarded a patent for what's described as an abrasion-resistant iPhone surface, which apparently makes it less susceptible to scratching and scuffs. So could these mean the end of a need for third-party covers to protect your device, and how does it work? Patent illustrations show microbeads dotted over the back of the iPhone to, in theory, protect the more delicate surface underneath. Next, a study by the Cleveland Clinic in the US has revealed how copious red meat and sugar found in Western diets could be linked to an increase in colorectal cancer in young American patients. Researchers found that people under 50 with colorectal cancer had lower levels of citrate, that's a compound generated when the body turns food into energy, than their older peers. Citrate has been shown to inhibit tumour growth and progression of colorectal cancer. Colon cancer deaths among the under 40s are expected to double by the end of this decade. Now, research by Harvard Medical School suggests dogs may be more likely to bite people on hotter, sunnier days and when smog levels are higher. The study analysed dog bite data in 8 US cities over 9 years and found attacks increased by 11% on days with higher UV levels and 4% when it was hotter. Writing in the journal Scientific Reports, the researchers say the societal burden of extreme heat and air pollution also includes the costs of animal aggression. Let's go to the ads. Stay there for more news from the world of tech and science, plus the world's first microscopic handbag, and why Meghan and Harry have been cancelled by Spotify. Why not hit follow in the meantime and give us a rating? Welcome back. Meghan and Harry's Spotify podcasting deal, reportedly worth $25 million, has been cancelled after the audio platform decided not to give them a second season. Archetypes featured the Duchess of Sussex discussing stereotypes of women through history with celebrities including Serena Williams, Mariah Carey and Paris Hilton. In a joint statement, the couple's content creation label, Archwell Audio and Spotify, said they'd mutually agreed to part ways and were proud of the series. It's not exactly clear why the 12-episode series, which topped Spotify's charts on release, was cancelled, but it's been reported Meghan's continuing to work on more audio content. Stargazers will need to be sure to get an early night on Friday because 5 planets are due to be visible in the sky on Saturday morning. Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, Neptune and Uranus are set to be on view in a rare planetary alignment. While Jupiter, Mercury and Saturn, which are the brightest of the three, can be seen by the naked eye, Neptune and Uranus will require binoculars or a telescope. The next such alignment is scheduled to take place in April 2024. And finally, you'd struggle to fit your phone and spare change inside, but how about the world's smallest handbag? That's the size of a breadcrumb. A company called Mischief's latest stunt is the microscopic handbag made from green photopolymer resin that's just 657 by 222 by 700 micrometers. It's a very small knockoff of Louis Vuitton's monogram on the Go design and goes on show in Paris later this month ahead of auction. You're up to date. Come back at 4 p.m. for the Leader podcast for the latest news, interviews and analysis from the Evening Standard here in London, and we'll be back on Monday at 1 p.m. See you then.